Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Luke with Premium Aquatics here. We are finally going over the Mobius app for the Ecotech Vortex. And if you haven't already, you're going to need to download the Mobius app. As you can see, we have here right on the phone. And here, as you can see basically my dashboard, my plankton tank name. You can see down below the scenes, demos, feeds, all that good stuff. We'll get into that in a little bit. Let's get into the flow setting, which is what we're here for, the meat and potatoes. So let's jump onto this little wavy symbol down below here. And here you can see our settings. You can see the pump that we're on, the gallons per hour that we're pushing right now, and the pump. And if we look at this circle, this is what our settings are at right now. These orange arrows are where we at. The orange arrows are where we're at in the day. You can see here 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then as we go around this circle in time is what mode we're going to be a part of. So each color change and little section is a different mode. So if we want to go over here, let's take a look now at our different modes. If we hit the edit button, and here you can see what I have set up, basically my percentages, what time things turn on, when they turn off. It's very simple to adjust this. All you do basically is you're going to select one of the modes, press on it and hold, and drag it over into the timeline, and then we're going to adjust our settings. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just delete my settings here so we can start fresh and I can show you exactly what the possibilities are. One reason I love this, like I've mentioned before, is just because there are so many different modes available. We'll just start out fresh here with the lagoon mode. You can see we have our start time, our end time, and then the max speed, which we can adjust up and down according to what you want the max speed to be during that set time. Let's go ahead and set it at 25%. And then let's go ahead and add on another mode here that we want. We have constant, reef crest, lagoon, short pulse, feed, tidal swell, nutrient transport, expanding pulse, gyre, and transition. Tons of different modes. Let's go ahead and take the short pulse. So I'll just hold on to the short pulse and I'll drag it over into the timeline wherever I want to start it. And then of course I can adjust the time accordingly, either with the little arrows on the left hand or those the little slide bars on the left, or you can actually click on the time and choose the exact time you want to as well within 5-minute increments there. And we'll just randomly choose something here, and we'll turn it off here at 2:30. So now we're at 12 p.m. to 2:30 for this specific mode, and then we can set our max speed that we want in this mode, as well as the time interval between the changings of speed. So say we want a max speed of 50% and we want it to turn on and off every 500 milliseconds. So here, that's what we have set up. Easy to do. And then we hit the done button and go on to adding the next mode if we want to. So let's add another one. Let's go down here to, let's click on a tidal swell. Let's click on that and drag it over. Put it right behind our pulse. And then again, we can change our times we want to. Obviously, if you change the start time, it's going to change the end time for the mode previous to that. But again, we can select our start time, our end time, and then our max speed that we want to happen during the tidal swell mode. Obviously, with me having a small system, we're going to make this lower so I don't blow everything out of the water. We'll do 20% here. And then let's go on to the next one. Let's say I want to add a feed mode where I want a consistent daily feed mode for the system where I'm feeding it. We can make that whatever we want, of course, on or off. And then our max speed, obviously we want to put at 1%, so we barely have anything going. You can change that to whatever you want, but I don't know why you'd make it higher. So let's keep that at 1%. And then let's go ahead and add on a constant speed, just if you want a flat constant speed throughout the day. You can do that as well. So at night, maybe you want to have just a low constant speed. That might be an option for you there. So let's say, if we want to do it from 12:45 to 12 p.m. and do a constant speed of 30%. So let's add on a lagoon in between these, the constant and the feed mode. So again, hold it, drag it on the timeline, put it in between both, and we'll adjust our time and our max speed. So we'll adjust this one up to 50% max. And then let's go ahead and add on another just for kicks and giggles. Let's put in let's go ahead and add on a jar here, just so you can see. I mean, it's pretty well straightforward for all of these modes and what you're doing. But this just goes to show how many different modes you can have throughout an entire day. So we'll go back. I forgot to hit save, so let's hit save here so it updates my settings. And then you'll see the new circle. You can see each break is a new mode and where we're at during the day. And obviously, as we continue to go on throughout the day, we'll go through each individual mode. So really cool. We have 3, 6, 7 different modes here that we're going out through a 24-hour period. So really cool to see. I absolutely love this. And if we go back to our first page here, where the scenes are, just to kind of go over them real quick here, and maybe what the purpose of it would be if you're throughout the day and you've got something going on that kind of breaks up your schedule than what you normally would, and you say, oh crap, you know what, I'm not going to be here during the feeding time, or I don't have food in the automatic feeder, or whatever you want to do. Say, oh, you know what, I want to feed. Hit that feed mode. It'll turn on for a set amount of time, like for this is 10 minutes, or you can hit the stop button. So, and you can do that for whatever settings you want to. So if we go into the scenes, we can change them, create them, do whatever we want here. So you'll go into, say, sunny, and we can set our duration of whatever we want to. For instance, let's here do 15 minutes. And then we go over to what setting we want. We can swipe through literally every setting. Let's say pulse mode. For some reason, we want to interrupt the entire schedule that we have and go in pulse mode. Maybe our nutrient export mode would be another one. Maybe you fed outside the norm, so you want to hit nutrient export mode real quick, so it does 10 minutes of making sure all that food is out there. So you can change your name, but or your time, whatever you want to do, and then we'll go back onto the home page. We'll hit let's X out of that so we can see our sunny. So now if I go and hit sunny, it's going to turn on that short pulse mode for 15 minutes or until I hit the stop button again, which is really cool. And again, you can do that with whatever mode you want to, whenever you want to, however long. You can go into live demo and showcase it to a buddy that's over, whatever you want to do, but gives you a lot of options to play around with. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot more options for this than what I'm thinking of, but for me, I'm just thinking, if you're feeding and you decide, oh crap, you know what, I fed too much, let's go into let's go in the nutrient export real quick, or you know what, shoot, I forgot to feed them, let me feed them now, hit the feed mode, and away you go. So I think that's actually really cool to do, really neat to have, and I'm really excited about getting this dialed into my system and playing around with it more, and just kind of really seeing what the capabilities are of these modes, and make it as happy as possible for the tank inhabitants. So that's it, guys. It's really simple and straightforward, very similar to the Nios AI app. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great app. I'm excited to continually play around with it and try it out. I hope you guys do too. If you haven't, go and check it out on the website, and we appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you stay the most update on this system, as well as the other videos we're putting out. Don't forget about the contest for the Clarity. Go check that out on our homepage. You'll see the banner for it. Go sign up. You got lots of ways to enter and to get multiple entries, so don't miss out on that one. Thanks so much, guys. Stay safe, stay happy and healthy, and we'll see you next round right here. Peace, guys. Have a good weekend.